Prevention is the cure. So currently in the world we can see that there are many problems, and none of these problems are being prevented before they happen. We only react once the problems has already taken place. So now I'm taking the point back to myself and seeing where I am living as this reactive point instead of living prevention. So say for instance I get a new animal and I bring this animal into my home and I let the animal walk around and live with me and do things, you know, what the animal wants to do. Then suddenly the animal gets harmed through bumping the table and a bowl falls on the animal's head. Now the animal is my responsibility, and only after the animal got hurt I have reacted, and from this reaction I take action. And to me this is normal. This is normal behavior, to only react after the problem has already been taking place. So now I take the dog to the vet, I check what's wrong and everything's okay, and you know, I'm cool with it. So now I get home, and from that day on, instead of creating it a point of prevention, I still react to the point of people or myself leaving bowls on the table, which can lead to the dog bumping the table and the bowl falling on the dog's head. So now it's become a point of never leaving a bowl on the table, instead of from the beginning see how the physical reality works as preventing. Because if you look at how everything works, you can consider the dog, you can consider the home, you can consider yourself and everything living together in the home, and what is possible outcomes of everything in the home with everyone living together. So it should become a practical point of, once you've finished eating your food, to go wash your bowl and put it away, not leave it on the table. This way you're preventing any outflow consequence that can come from leaving the bowl on the table. And this is how we are supposed to live, with prevention. Now going back to the bigger picture, we can see in the world what's happening. We can see where we are going. We're basically going to end life as we know it on Earth. We're destroying everything. We're destroying forests, we're destroying the whole natural ecosystem on Earth for the economical growth of the world and people surviving for money. So we can see the problems coming. We are participating in the problems. We are creating the problems. Instead of preventing it, we are constantly reacting to the consequences that we have already manifested through not taking preventional steps. And there is preventional steps. We can change the money system, for instance, but no one's doing this because we've at a level within ourselves at home accepted and allowed the point of only reacting once problem has taken place. We are also doing this in the bigger picture of everything. So no one is taking action as prevention, as the cure, and everybody's waiting for consequences, waiting for the moment they can react. So it's like seeing you're standing in the middle of the road. You see a car heading your way. Instead of preventing that scenario from not going into the road, because you know what the road is for, and you know you shouldn't stand on the road, you walk on the side. So why do you stand on the road? I mean, that is a very stupid thing to do. I mean, why just stand in the road? That's what we're doing currently on Earth. We're all just standing and waiting for the consequences to come, for the car to hit us, and only then to react, only then to try and prevent. But that prevention is then from a reactive starting point instead of from common sense practicality, because the prevention coming from a reactive point when the consequences has already taken place is a problem, because the consequences has already taken place, so it's too late. So we have to start living in a way that prevention takes place first. Now this requires us to consider ourselves, and consider ourselves within our physical reality, and considering the physical reality and everything that is within it. It's the animals, the plants, the bugs, how we all live, how we all function, everything together, to actually create actual real prevention, not reactive actions after the consequences. Another example is, for instance, if you see in a pathway every day where people walk, there's a rock. Now for weeks no one hits the rock, no one trips over the rock, so everyone just leaves the rock over there, everyone just leaves it. Instead of seeing with common sense that someone can someday trip over this rock, or step on this rock and hurt their foot, or get hurt, take the rock away, put it somewhere where it's out of people's way and everyone's way. Everyone just leaves it there. No one's taking responsibility for prevention. Everyone's waiting till someone gets hurt and only then react, only then act from the starting point of fear. So how has this been accepted and allowed to be normal? If we look at our childhood and how we have been raised to only get help, to only be helped after we've gotten hurt. So say for instance I'm playing outside and I fall on my knees, I scrape it open, I'm bleeding, then I get a plaster. Everyone reacted around me. From this reaction everyone started helping me, and only then everyone started getting ways of preventing it, screaming, yelling, limiting, etc., etc. Instead of, from the beginning, look at a practical way to prevent me, the parents, from falling on my knees, from how I'm running, through showing me what's possible, where to look. But then the question is, how did I fall? What was not being prevented in the physical reality for me to trip, to hurt myself? And this is how it's been integrated into us since childhood, in simple little points such as this, where prevention wasn't the starting point. The starting point was to leave the child to just randomly learn through consequences, and through these consequences react and then act and then live in fear. So now we can see, if you look at your own daily lives, how we wait for the consequences, we wait for that moment that we can react. We live in this constant fear of reacting because we can see our problems but we don't understand how to prevent them. So I'm suggesting to investigate Desteni, where I'm busy now with as well, my process for the past 5 years, where I am working on myself to change myself to function within the physical reality, one and equal, and also to check out the equal money system, where we can at the global scale prevent and not wait for the consequences when it's already too late, and only then react. Then the reaction is only just another fear creation. It's not actual solutions as prevention. So check it out.